Hi, welcome back to my channel. This is Jennifer Scrapping Cane. Today I'm sharing a design team layout for Spiegelmom Scraps. You can use my code at any time, Jennifer15, and save 15% on sequins in her shop. Today I'm sharing a boy layout. This is my youngest son, and he is playing with a rope that's for roping a fake cattle, of course. Um, but anyways, these are some cute pictures from a pumpkin patch, and I have a few sequins here that I picked out. I'm going to end up only using the Plum Delight, which is brand new and is in the shop right now, and then another collection or another mix from my stash, which is Plum Royal. And then the other one that I show but I don't use is called, oh, let me see what its name is. I forgot. Somewhere. Floral Passion, which is a really cool mix of purple and green. And I thought I was going to use that one, but I ended up going with the other two only. And so this one here is going to use lots of rub-ons again, and it is a double page layout. Kind of on a roll with double page layouts, or at least two layouts for the day for the month of October. That's my goal anyways. So here's another one. And the rub-ons come from 49 and Market, different collections. Most of them are from Art Options Spice, which is an older collection. I believe it came out a couple of years ago, but I have lots of it still in my stash. This here is Cedar House alphas. I don't end up using those alphas. I will bring in gold alphas instead. I believe I show them here in a minute at the end. But this paper is from Cedar House, and it has all the skulls on it, which I think are really cool. They go with the photo completely. So I definitely did buy this paper for these photos. And this yellow paper here matches perfectly with the photos, but I don't use a lot of it just because I thought it would overwhelm the photos. And then this one here, I'm going to use as like a frame around the photo. I love this wood grain paper. And I did uh, only use it in like strips, so I still have a big section of it to use. I'm kind of glad about that because I really do like it. And then I'll show the gold alpha, and then I'll also bring in two more papers, and I'll show you those when I bring them in. Those are from Simple Stories. And here I'm going to get started on the layout. I was going to show some of this cardstock background, and then I decided to bring in the Simple Stories paper, and basically I cover up the entire, like, it's like a craft cardstock. But I have multiple pieces of it because it came in a paper pad. So I was okay with using it as a background and piecing my layout together on it, and none of it actually shows. But it's okay. Like I said, I have multiple pieces of it, and it's okay. That top piece I did cut correctly, but somehow it ended up shorter. I'm not sure how that happened, but it doesn't matter because I'm going to lay down another wood grain piece over the top of it in the end. So it's going to get covered up anyways. The animal skulls, I tore that paper and then inked up the edges of it. And I want these rub-on flowers to poke out the top of them. And I don't use flowers very often on my boy layouts, but these ones kind of looked masculine, I guess, if you could say a flower is masculine. It didn't look, just pretty flowers. So I thought it looked kind of cool up here at the top. And again, it's adding in the purple color, and I'm going with the purple because my son is actually wearing a purple shirt in the photos. So it kind of helps the photos pop a little bit. If I did these photos over, I probably would have printed them bigger. Probably printing the first one on the left-hand side, sorry, as a 4x6 instead of a 3x4. And then the other ones are 2x3s, and I would have printed those ones as 3x4s. But at the time, I thought printing them down to the 2x3 was good enough, so that's what I did. And then here I'm going to piece this one together. As you saw, I rubbed the rub-ons first. I cut the bottom part of it so that I could put it at the top. So again, just stretching the rub-on and making it stretch across. This one here, this newsprint paper, is the one that's Simple Stories. And again, on that, right and left hand side, this was actually a scrap that I had left of this paper. And it's going to get covered on the right and left side where it doesn't reach all the way over. It was, I believe, 7 inches instead of 8.5. So, or 8 inches actually. Yeah, because there's only a quarter of an inch on that side that's showing. And then these black and white strips are from the back of the animal skull paper. And I'm going to go ahead and just place that right down at the bottom and the top. Sorry, was interrupted. Anyways, I'm going to place it at the bottom and the top of the middle section, so where the black and white newspaper print paper is. But first, I'm going to bring in these negatives from 49 and Market, and these ones I brought in after the fact. I didn't show them at the beginning of the video. That was just because as I got started on the layout, I decided it needed something else. And these negative strips, I thought were kind of cool to go with it since it's kind of a series of photos. So that's kind of what the negative strips represent to me. And I did cut them with my decal edge scissors, and then I'm going to place them down half on the top, half on the bottom, with the yellow paper behind the black ones and then the purple paper behind the yellow ones. And I really like the way these look. I'll definitely probably do this design again. And then here, I'm just making sure they're straight across and it's even. And then I'm going to place these wood grain strips on the sides, like I said. So it's basically framing the layout. And again, I really like the way this layout turned out. Just because I really like the photos. I think they're cute. And he had a lot of fun trying to, lasso the cattle. So he thought it was kind of cool that he got to play that. And there was nobody else playing it, so he got to play it for a long time. As you can see, there's another one over, behind him, and there's nobody there. And this day, it was kind of chilly. It was not really cold, but it wasn't very warm out. So a lot of the kids were over doing other things instead of, over in the field where it was kind of colder and playing with this cattle head. So here I'm going to do another little tinier film strip over here with this photo. And first I'm going to put this rub-on down. The yellow piece that goes behind the photo, I don't know if I put it down yet. It's there, but I'm not sure I actually put it down. I don't think I put it down. No, I'm going to grab it. That one there is actually acetate. And I'm going to cut the part that's not going to show. It's going to be behind the photo. And the ATG does stick to acetate, but it kind of fights with it a little bit. You have to press kind of hard. So that's what I was doing there, was getting it to go down. And then I'm going to place a rub-on over the top of it. That was the part of the rub-on that I cut off that was behind the photo. So I just moved it up to the top to give it a little something besides the yellow acetate piece. And then this leaf here is another acetate piece. And those ones came from the Crafty Garden acetate pieces. I pulled those out too. Again, just realizing that it needed something more. I thought I had enough embellishments, or that I was going to use some of the other Cedar House embellishments that you see up to the right hand side that are still on the gloss mat. I will bring in a few of those here in a minute, but most of those were white based, so they really didn't work for the layout. The skull heads are more of like a creamish white color, and so is the newspaper print background. But the embellishments that come with Cedar House are actually white. They're not the same color. So that's why I ended up not using the skull head that I showed that came in the ephemera pack, but I will use the leaves here in a moment. As soon as I get done placing rub-ons down. I thought my photos were already put down, but they're not because I haven't added all the rub-ons yet. So again, I like to add the rub-ons and then place the photos down if I can. And then this one over here, the photo is already placed down, but I went ahead and just tucked it in and rubbed it off. Actually, the photo's not tied down yet. Most of the embellishments are, though, like the film strip and the acetate piece. But I'm just trying to add a little bit more color on the black and white paper. And I just think it gives you something cool to look at in the background besides, his cute little photos, of course. In the photos, I matted the larger one in purple and white cardstock. And then the other ones are in black and white cardstock, or two of them have the yellow also along with the black and white cardstock. So again, if they're all the same size on the layout or close to the same size, or if the photos look the same, I'll mat them differently so that it gives you something to look at because you're wondering, well, why did she mat it different? Or at least to me, I'm wondering, why does it have a different color than the other ones? So it kind of makes you look at the photos. At least that's what I'm hoping. So here, I'm just adding a couple more rub-ons, like I said, just a little bit more color. These were the tan and like green colored ones. And a couple of these I will not end up using, but like the little tan strips that look like washi tape or tape, I don't end up using those ones. And like I said, I don't end up using the Cedar House Alpha either. I'm inking up the tags is what I'm doing right now. A little bit off screen, sorry about that. And I'm going to place those two tags actually here in a minute. I think I'll do it. I'm placing my photos down first because I am done, I believe, with all the rub-ons. I'm going to tuck this acetate piece in behind the photo. And then the other acetate leaf at the bottom will go right there at the bottom where it's at. And then the tickets, what I did is I put a cream ticket and a green ticket together and kind of offset them, and then I cut it in half. And I'm going to place half on the right side and half on the left side. And again, that's just to, extend the ephemera. You don't need 50 tickets, if you're only going to put 25 on, cut them in half. And that's what I do with a lot of embellishments is I will cut off the piece that's hidden so I can use it on another layout. And that's just because embellishments are getting expensive. But I keep buying them, so it's okay. But I also want to extend them and use more of them. So here's the alpha. I realized I didn't have zeros in that alpha, but it's okay. I have another pack. I have multiple packs of this gold one that's actually called Spooktacular, I think. Yeah, it's called Spooktacular. It came out a few years ago with Halloween alphas, but Walmart actually carried them, and they were in the store, and they were marked down to like $2, but there was 3 packs in the one package for $2, and I was like, this can't be real, right? I took it up to the register, and the lady checked me out. They were $2 for the pack of 3 alphas, for 3 thicker alphas. So I have multiples of these gold stickers or letters, but they're the perfect ones. They fit on a lot of layouts, so they're going to go on this one. And I don't know what I'm doing. Oh, I'm putting in the little leaves that I said I would use from the ephemera pack of Cedar House. And this one I didn't cut. This one I used the full berries or whatever. It looks like berries when I get done with it because I'm going to put sequins on top of it. One of them I did trim off just a little bit. Actually, it was that one on the right-hand side that I trimmed off so that it would fit because it was a little bit too big. So I'm just going to go pick in the Plum Delight, and I'm going to pick out the pink and the gold, which the pink kind of looks like the purple that's on the paper. It definitely matches with the purple that's on the paper. So it's like a pinkish, it looks pink in the package, but it's really comes off more as like a pink purple. And then there's gold. And so I'm putting those ones down first. And basically I just did every other leaf with the pink and the gold rotating. And then I'm going to come in with the older mix, Plum Royal, and it has little purple flowers in it. And you'll see them in the close up. And then I went and placed those down in the other spots. And then I placed 3 more at the top, again, just to add a third spot where there's sequins. I'm going to slow it down and show you close-ups. And then I will show you a few close-ups that I took of the layout, of course. And that is it for today. And that again is for Spiegelmom Scraps. And Jody has amazing mixes in the shop. And October's mixes are the best. I love them all. But this one here is, like I said, Plum Delight, and it is available in the shop right now. And I will see you guys tomorrow with another video. If you come by, subscribe, like, comment. I love reading the comments and seeing, that people are watching my videos. So hope you guys enjoy. Bye.